Are you ever too old to transition? Hmm. Well, I'll tell you for sure the answer is a definitive no. Why is it no? Well, if you're 75 or 55, 35, or 15, it seems like everybody who finally realizes that they're trans, doesn't matter what age they always are like, oh, I'm too old to transition. The number of times I've interacted with somebody who is 30 years old and they're like, oh, I'm too old to transition. And I'm like, bitch. But realistically, I understand everyone has that same feeling. Like, so much of my life has passed me by. I already went through male puberty. I've already created this life. Blah, blah, blah. The answers, all the feelings are always exactly the same. I started at 42, almost 43. I'm now 48, and I'm still in my party era. So there's that. But how do you feel when you feel that so much of your life has passed you by? Whether it's 30 years, 50 years, or 70 years, that feeling and that sadness of the time that you didn't get and will not get back, not getting to go to high school as a girl and myself, that sucks. What can I do about it? Not very much. I'm not Marty McFly, and I don't have a time machine, and I don't have a DeLorean, even though I wish I did. So we can't go back. All we can do is move forward against our will or in control of our destiny. All we have is the now and the future. So that feeling of the loss of time from before is something that every single one of us has to reconcile with themselves. Um, I don't get to have that experience. I had a different experience, one that had some good and had some bad. For some people, there's a lot more bad. For some people, there's a lot more good. In the end, it doesn't matter. I saw this funny meme, and it was like, every person you know is a collection of traumas and coping mechanisms. And of course, that's not entirely true, but there is some truth to it as well. And so, are you ever actually able to move forward when you spend your entire life looking in the rearview mirror of the time lost? And the short answer is obviously, if you spend your entire time looking backwards, you'll have missed the rest of the time in the end anyways, and then you'll look at the end of your life and the entire time you were looking backwards, never getting to actually live. And so many of our people in our community, they are just surviving. They're not really living. And because they're not really in the present, and they're spending so much time in anxiety and fear and regret and resentment of time lost. And so, coming back to this question of, is it too late to transition? And for me, I remember when I started transitioning at 43 years old, because I have this little tattoo and it says, live your truth, July 11th, 2019. That was the date that I started hormones for a second time and never went back. So after my 43rd birthday. And I remember speaking to the doctor, my GP, and I was like, all I want to do, or like my line of success was, I want to live one day as myself. So as long as you have one day, it's better than nothing. And I remember thinking, getting to live one day as myself is worth a lifetime of living somebody else's life. And so it's never too late, even if it's just one day. And obviously, everyone's circumstances are different. Obviously, everyone will have a different view of success even with me, my line of success has forever been evolving. As every day that I get one more day of living as myself, I continue on that path of not enlightenment, but of living my most authentic self. And and so luckily every day I wake up, I still get to be me and still get to live this life. And so the line of success, I guess, is I get to have one more day in addition to all the days in the past. And so I know how hard it is. I mean, I did it, and I know a lot of us have. And that feeling of loss of time past and how to move past it is something that I think our community, we all struggle with because, as I said before, every single person kind of feels the same way. They feel that it is always later than they wanted to. So, when is the perfect time to transition? Um, Obviously, everyone's circumstances are different. Sometimes you have to plan. Sometimes you need a plan on what's the best way to do it for you. And I would never tell somebody. Sometimes people ask me, they're like on Reddit or whatever, they're like, what should I do? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't live your life. If you ask me a question, I can give you advice. I can, give you as much information as I can and help you in any way I can. But the decision is yours. And transitioning is a very lonely experience, as we all know. Doesn't matter how much support we have, doesn't matter how much money we have to make the decision. We have to deal with the consequences, good or bad. And so we live this life and we take our life into our own hands and we become the purveyors of our own destiny. And that is a heavy burden. It is a burden, but is also a wonderful, magical, beautiful life because it is actually our own and our own for the very first time in our lives. And one that is so worthwhile to live. And so, when is the perfect time to transition? As long as you've got all your ducks in a row or the best that you possibly can, it's always today. It's always now. It's always to move forward because, the cliche, you don't know, tomorrow is not promised, right? And might wake up tomorrow and shit hits the fan like it has in California, right? And life just kind of keeps on going and we only have the now. And I guess when it comes right down to it, we have to live this life. I didn't get to choose the life that I was given. I just got to be born into it. And I just have the opportunity to do me the best that I possibly can. And so if you're worried that it is too late, please realize how it is never too late. There is always time. There is always one more day, or at least we hope so. Bye, everybody.